Today I'd like to talk a little bit about using props and making your yoga as comfortable as you can. So today I made it a challenge to use my blanket or my blocks for almost every pose that I did today, okay, except for some standing poses. So just follow along and try to see how you can make your poses more comfortable for yourselves and make yoga more enjoyable for yourselves. So I know yoga is about finding grounding and meditation, but it's also about having a good time and feeling good. So I used a blanket underneath my knees wherever I could to give some support to my knees. And in Savasana, I put these blocks underneath my thighs near my knees so that I could protect my low back and not strain it as much. So little things like that can go a long way. So I encourage you to check out this video and share this gentle yoga flow with me. So come on to hands and knees, and your knees will be on a blanket folded to any thickness that you need. And we'll do a few cat-cows to start with. Inhaling, sinking the belly, reaching the heart upwards. Exhale, rounding out the spine. Inhaling nice and slowly, reaching the heart forwards and upwards. Exhale, push into the mat and round out the spine. Warming up the spine gently the whole time, protecting our knees, cushioning them with the blanket. We'll do this a few more times. Take it nice and slowly. You'll take the right foot between the hands. Have your blocks handy on either side of the mat. And then come on up into a low lunge. So your left knee is very well protected by the blanket. Engage the core, feel that stretch in the left hip flexor. And if you want, you can take the arms up towards the sky to increase that stretch, but do keep the core engaged, keep the shoulders down. Most important, keep breathing. A few more breaths here. And this time we'll just straighten out the right leg, the front leg, and support yourselves with the blocks that you had on either side at any height. It can be at middle, medium height, or maximum height, doesn't matter, whatever you need today. Helping keep the spine nice and long. All right, we'll do one more low lunge. Keep that core engaged. You can lift the arms up towards the sky if you want. Keep the shoulders down. Keep breathing. And then we'll straighten out the front leg, getting a nice stretch in that hamstring. Having the blocks there for support to help us keep that spine nice and long. Good way to stretch out the hamstrings. And then we'll switch. Before we switch, you can circle the hips around, kind of neutralizing everything. It also feels good. Now take the left foot forward and then come on up to a low lunge on the opposite side. Engage the core, start to feel the stretch in that right hip flexor. And then if you want, you can take the arms up towards the sky on this side as well. Helping you work on your balance, engaging the core. Keep the shoulders down. And then we'll straighten out the front leg, supporting ourselves with the blocks. And the whole time the right knee is nicely cushioned using that blanket. So one of the things we're learning is to make these poses as comfortable as we can.
so that we can sustain them for a little bit longer as well. All right, let's come into that low lunge one more time on this side. Engage the core, keep the shoulders down. Lift the arms up as an option, or stay where you were. Plenty of options here in yoga. Keep breathing, keep engaging the core, keep the shoulders down. And then let's straighten out that left leg one last time with the help of our blocks supporting our spine, keeping it nice and long. And then carefully come back to all fours, and again feel free to circle those hips around, kind of neutralizing. You can go the opposite direction, whatever feels good here. And then let's take a child's pose. Separate the knees as wide as the mat, and then you can lift. You can take your arms forward, or you can rest your head on your hands, whatever feels good. Bring your toes together. When you're ready, push yourselves up into downward facing dog. You might need to move those toes back a little bit. And just pedal out the feet, bending the right knee, sending the left heel to the mat, and alternating, bending the left knee, sending the right heel to the mat. Use your breath, going nice and slowly, getting a nice stretch in the hamstrings, maybe even the calves. And we'll stay here for a few breaths and then come back down to all fours. And we'll do a figure four stretch for our shoulders. So take that right arm underneath the body towards the left. If you want, you can take your left arm up and just place it over your back, or you can keep it on the ground, whatever feels good. Carefully come on out of the pose, and then we'll do the other side. Take the left arm underneath the body towards the right, and then you can place your right arm over your back, or you can just keep it on the floor, whatever feels good. Getting a nice stretch through that shoulder, as well as opening up the shoulder blade itself. You're resting on the side of your face. Carefully come on out of the pose, come back to all fours. Again, just move around a little bit in circles. You can move the hips around, do whatever feels good, keeping it nice and gentle today. Come back up to downward facing dog. A couple of breaths here in down dog. Remember to engage the arms and the legs and the core in down dog, keeping the fingers spread. Walk the feet forward to meet the hands. Inhale halfway up, exhale fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Bring the hands to the heart, arms by the side. Inhale, sweep the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up towards the sky. Exhale, hands to the heart, arms by the sides. Inhale, sweep up, and this time let's engage the core, be a little more mindful. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale as we come up, keep that core engaged, legs are strong, shoulders are down. Exhale, hands by the side. Good job. Next, we'll stand along the long edge of the mat with our legs wide. And then we'll turn the right toes towards the right, coming into warrior two. You can turn the back toes in a little. Keep that core engaged. Keep the shoulders down, engage the arms. Find some space along the chest as well as behind, between the shoulder blades. We'll reverse the warrior, keeping the bend in the front knee. Couple of breaths here. Come back to warrior two. And then we'll reach that right hand forward, coming into Parsvakonasana. Try not to weigh that front thigh too much. Keep the chest nice and open, so your arms there just for balance. Come back to warrior two. And turn that foot back in, and we'll do the other side. So the left toes point towards the left, back toes can turn in slightly. Bend that left knee, coming into warrior two on the opposite side. Try to keep the torso nice and straight. Reverse the warrior, sliding the right hand down the leg and taking the left arm up. Keeping the bend in the front knee. Come back to warrior two. And then find Parsvakonasana by taking the left arm and placing it gently over the left thigh. And the right arm goes up towards the sky. Come back to warrior two. And then parallel both feet. We'll come into Prasarita Padottanasana. Take a deep breath in, exhale, fold all the way down. So it's best to keep the feet parallel here. And then, if you want, you can start to walk your hands back in line with the feet a little bit more, increasing the stretch to the insides of the legs. Keep breathing. Come up halfway. And then come up all the way, engaging that core, protecting that low back. And then you can heel toe your feet together. Nice job. With both arms up towards the sky, we'll just lean over towards the left, tugging on that right wrist gently with the left hand, getting a nice side body stretch. Keep breathing. And then we'll simply switch over to the other side, getting a nice stretch along the left side body this time. Come back up to center and bring the arms down. Inhale with the arms up towards the sky. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Plant the hands and find plank. Drop the knees this time. And we're going to come down as slowly as we can for a modified chaturanga all the way down. Inhale, cobra. We're protecting the knees. Push back up to low plank and downward facing dog. So again, using a blanket to cushion the knees. Send that right foot forward, placing the left knee on the blanket, coming up into a low crescent. Plant the hands, come back to a low plank, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, low plank, downward facing dog. Same thing on the other side. Take that left foot between the hands and drop the right knee right away, coming into a modified crescent pose with the right knee down, using the blanket as a cushion, making our pose comfortable. When you're ready, come back to a modified plank with the knees down, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra, lifting the chest, keeping the pelvis on the mat. Exhale, low plank, downward facing dog. Keeping things gentle today. Down dog for a few breaths. And then drop the knees and we'll take a child's pose. Knees are wide, big toes touch, arms can be straight out ahead or by the sides of the body. Let everything relax in child's pose. Let's come up into seated position with our legs straight ahead. You'll take your right leg over the left. You'll take your right hand behind you, and then you'll use your left hand as a lever, placing it on the right knee, and you'll slowly start to twist towards the right. Keep twisting with each exhale. As you inhale, lengthen the spine. On your last inhale, come back forward, and we'll do the same thing on the other side. Deep breath in, and then twist towards your left on the exhale. Try to keep that spine nice and long. Inhaling, lengthening the spine, and exhaling, twisting a little further. Nice and gentle. Don't need to yank on that leg, just use it as a lever. Straighten both legs, and we'll sit with our legs crossed and just do some shoulder rolls forward, relaxing those shoulders. And I'm sitting on the blanket, so still using the blanket as a prop, giving me a little more height. Take the arms behind you and then just lean back a little bit, opening up the chest. Keeping the shoulders down still. Come back up. And let's get ready for Savasana. Once again, using the blanket, this time as a pillow. And we'll use the blocks. We'll place the blocks underneath our thighs, pretty close to the knees, helping protect the low back. Keeping it from rounding. Let everything go for the next few moments. Finding some peace, finding some quiet. Using these props to make our practice as comfortable as we can. Sustainable yoga. When you're ready, roll over to your right side and push yourselves up slowly as you can, coming into a comfortable seated position. Thanks for joining me today.